What is going on, everyone? My name is Jacob Scott. Thank you so much for stopping by. One of the absolutely most hyped cameras of 2018 is the Sony A7III. Now, it's hyped for good reasons because it has an awesome build, amazing specs like 4K 30, 1080 at 120 frames per second, really good layout, little things like NFC, and of course it has dual card slots, which other companies got some bad rep for. But the thing is, it is not all perfect with this Sony A7III. Starting off with number one, it's gonna have to be the touchscreen. Now, the touchscreen works super awesome if I'm changing autofocus, things like that. But as soon as I jump into their menus, you're gonna find it doesn't work. I wish they would have fixed this with an update, but I'm on version 2 and they haven't fixed it yet. So that means I'm gonna have to rely on the joystick and the pad right beneath that. Now, this brings me into problem 2 that I have with the Sony A7III is the massive menus. Now, this wouldn't be a huge issue if you could use the touch screen to navigate it quickly, but the thing is, they are huge menus, and sometimes I feel like things are just a little bit out of place. And like I said, if you could use the touch screen, it wouldn't be a huge issue. Now, number 3 is gonna be, there's no dedicated time-lapse feature. Now, I took this time-lapse with the Sony A7III, but I had to use slow and quick mode. Now, I understand it technically is like a time-lapse mode, but you're limited to only going to 1 frame per second. Not to mention you're limited to 1080p. So if I want to get those full-size raw photos, I can't do that with this, with the built-in, software. Not to mention I'm limited to 1 frame per second. So if I want to do a frame every 5 seconds or every 10 seconds, I cannot do it. The slowest I can go down to is a frame every 1 second. Now, jumping into problem number 4 that I have with this camera is gonna have to be the placement of the button for the lens. Now, I understand this is how other Sony bodies are too, but I really wish they would have put it on the other side. Sometimes I feel like that grip feels just a little bit cramped and like I'm gonna hit that button. So I just wish they would have put that on the other side. Now, moving into the last thing, I understand this isn't a huge deal, and I knew this going in buying the camera, but the screen. I really wish they would have put a flip out screen on this camera, and for vlogging, I think it would have made this an excellent camera. I still think it is an excellent camera for vlogging because I can really rely on the great autofocus. But that is pretty much it for this video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will see you later.